within the conservative remnant who is stubbornly holding on to their covenant breaking, there is this unironic anti-Semitic movement. And there's so many aspects to this, and it's really hard to dissect because you have kind of this overly sensitive, maybe kind of boomer ethos, which you can't joke about the Jews at all. And I would not be partial to that. I think it's fine to joke about people groups for stereotypical reasons. We should be able to we can laugh at our own selves for Irish stereotypes. People should be able to laugh at themselves. And oftentimes those stereotypes are true. But what's happening, and then there's the other side, that's just, you shouldn't just hate people because of their group. This is just you shouldn't hate people generally, but specifically based on whatever, ethno or religious group they identify with. So you have these kind of two poles, and you have Christians who are, they're kind of late to the game. Like, this already happened in culture. Like, this already happened in 2015, 2016. You have an ethno-nationalist movement that are angry with the Jews for owning the media and owning banks and Hollywood and the pornography industry. And guess what? It's true. They are disproportionately represented in those areas. And so then there's this resentment from Christians who are not represented in those areas. And so they all get their pitchforks together and they start. Kanye West made some remarks about going DEFCON 3 on the Jews. And this is just kind of one of these, Kanye, and they're looking to Kanye West as some kind of hero. I mean, this guy we're thankful that God's got a hold of him, but this guy is, he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, one. He's completely unstable, just kind of going one place to another. But the thing that these people need to realize, okay, your enemies, the people who are enemies of God, they really latch on to the synagogue of Satan and Antichrist and all the things that the Bible calls them, which is true. And they think that they are the reason for all of the Christian woes and all of Christian powerlessness, for all of Christians being the tail and not the head. And what they need to do is look at themselves. It's not the Jews that are the problem. You are the problem. That is... So the Jews, they're running the banks and blah, 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 blah. And then they go to their church and they worship with pastors and other people who are 100% okay with destroying the lives of men and children and women through divorce and remarriage. An absolute carnage. It's disgusting. Just destroying the nuclear family, which, by the way, they post these pictures of, these white European families and, working out in a field somewhere. And these guys are the ultimate LARPers. It's really cringe. And they are not interested, just like all these people, they're not interested in repenting of their own sin. Yes, their personal sin, they would, they have degrees of holiness, and that's good, but there's corporate sin in the camp that they're unwilling to deal with. And the Bible, R.J. Rushdoony said once that Deuteronomy 28 has told us once and for all how God has structured the world, or something along these lines. And what he means by that is that God says, if you obey me, I will bless you. If you disobey me, I will curse you, and your enemies will rule over you. So it would be like people having the siege of Babylon happening and noticing, oh, the Babylonians are in control now. And it's like, well, why is that? Because you were unfaithful and your fathers were unfaithful. We're in the same position. Oh, I'm starting to notice the Babylonians are in control now. It's like, well, why is that? It's your fault, man. Start looking at yourself. So, yeah. So this reminds us of our own need to confess.